ready to go live when you are.
We're preparing the live stream.
Okay. Live stream. Got it?
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can all hear me. At home watching live on Facebook. My name is Phil Gilchrist. I'm the Executive Director of the Anton Art Center in Clemens. Thank you for joining us today for this virtual award ceremony for our Flora and Fauna exhibit with Juror Genie Geary. I'm delighted to announce that we have a new sponsor for our community group exhibits, Henry Ford Macomb Hospitals. I'd like to invite Greg Jacob from the Henry Ford Macomb Hospital in Township. He's their community relations manager to say a few words about this partnership. Greg, welcome.
Thank you, Phil. Everyone hear me? I think so. That's good. Well, welcome on behalf of myself and our CEO, Barbara Rossman, who is a huge supporter of the arts, but could not be here today, and she sends her regrets. We at Henry Ford are very excited about today's opening of the Flora and Fauna exhibit at the Anton Art Center. We're proud to be a sponsor and privileged to help bring the many benefits of art to our community. Henry Ford is all about making the impossible possible. We are innovators in the science and art of healing. Art does have powerful healing properties because art connects your mind and your body. And art is especially beneficial for our cancer patients and their families. For many of them, art therapy helps them through their cancer journey. And research tells us that art has major health benefits for them and for all of us. Art improves our outlook, makes us more positive and hopeful, and helps us cope with the stress of this ongoing pandemic. Our partnership with the Anton Art Center includes working with Phil Gilchrist to plan how we integrate art into our new hospital expansion in Clinton Township. And the outcome will be an innovative healthcare environment that supports healing in body, mind, and spirit. And if you haven't been by our hospital, Henry Ford Macomb Hospital, lately on 19 Mile Road near Garfield, please do go by. You'll see the steel rising from the ground, and it'll be a 5-story addition when it is completed in 2023. And we look forward to inviting the community to see our expanded hospital at that time in 2023. So in the meantime, we invite you to enjoy the Flora and Fauna exhibit today. We hope that it brings you joy and positive energy for a healthy future. Thanks much.
Thank you. Let me see here. I'm trying to work our controls from this side of things here too. All right, with no further ado, then I would absolutely again like to thank Henry Ford Macomb Hospital for the support of this exhibit. Thanks again, Greg, for joining us. And I would like to introduce the Anton Art Center's exhibition manager, Stephanie Hassett. Stephanie.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay, I hope? Welcome to our awards announcement today. We are looking at Flora and Fauna, and here's an image of that postcard, and our juror for the show, Genie Geary, is on there as well. We have the programs that are ready to be shown in the exhibit as well. So these are going to be available in the space and online. So if you're unable to visit the space, you can get some of the literature that's about the show all on our webpage, and that's on the exhibits tab at our website, which I'll list here at the end of the presentation. And first, I'd like to thank Greg for being here on behalf of Henry Ford Health System. We very much appreciate your sponsorship and your support of this incredible effort across Macomb County, of which we have 5 different artist groups that are participating in. And I'm going to get into our PowerPoint here so I can give you the best info. Okay. Pardon me while I figure out how to share my screen properly. This is our first time doing it from one computer, so we are New but learning. Okay, great. Hopefully you can see everything, and you can see the postcard I had up just a moment ago. And I'm admitting another person for our waiting room. So what we have today going on is right now I am at the Anton Art Center. I'm on the first floor. So behind me, you see our first floor gallery with very, very tall ceilings and lights, and a little bit of a sneak peek, as you can see around me, is the Michigan Annual. And that is on film. And that is the show that will be coming in next weekend, the Michigan Annual, 49th Annual. So we'll be back next weekend with that. But for now, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about where I am and what we're doing today. I'm at the Anton Art Center on the first floor. We are broadcasting on Facebook Live, all of our friends and family and community to enjoy. And this is the awards announcement for Flora and Fauna. This show kickstarts our 2022 exhibition season, and we're very excited to do so. The gallery hours are from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can visit anytime between those hours between Tuesday and Saturday. We are open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5. No appointment is necessary. Currently, we do require mask wearing. I'm in a secluded area right now, so I have my mask off so I can properly address our audio system here. But if you enter our building, please either bring a mask with you or we have some on hand. So we all stay safe and healthy here. With that, I want to go over now to our next page and introduce to you our juror who is with us today, Genie Geary. Jeannie, how are you today? If you can unmute your microphone for us, please.
Thank you, Stephanie.
There you go.
Thank you. Is
Welcome.
that okay? You can hear.
Yes.
I'm doing well today. Thank you very much for asking.
We didn't lose her feed. In the meantime, if we get her back,
Okay. You want me?
Here you
It's
are.
unmuted.
I hear you. I hear you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you a little about my idea or my ideas for this exhibit and how I chose?
Yes, please.
Okay. I think Flora and Fauna, believe in the statement I wrote, it's about the interaction of animals and nature. And I tried to, at the same time, look at things that I thought as a fine artist were very well done. And I felt that everything I looked at was terrific. So it was very difficult to jury a show like this. And I'm very flattered that you asked me to do this, do the jurying. And I want to make one other statement about the Anton Arts. I love it. And I think the fact that you have these variety of organizations of artists that work, it encourages artists to be in shows, to be a part of shows, and it encourages them to be involved with the arts. So I think the Anton Art Center has been really good at getting the art community on board with the center itself, and it's very active and much support. I'm always stunned by how many volunteers are engaged at the Anton Art Center. So it's a real center. So again, thank you for the Henry Ford Health System for jurying and supporting shows like this. I think it's terrific. Okay.
Yeah, and we're happy to have Jeannie as a time supporter, but also a past board member and exhibition committee member. She's been a huge support, and we really value her participation with this event. So thank you for being with us today, Jeannie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Of course. All right, Jean, I'm going to mute you, but if you care to comment later on when I start with the awards announcements, please feel free to unmute yourself if you have a comment about a particular artwork or something that you want to remark on. I'm going to move forward in the slideshow here to our list of participating artist groups. I mentioned here earlier that we have 5 different groups participating in this show. And the reason that's significant is because we have a new member of those groups joining us for this. This is their first show that they're with us, is the Shelby Township Fine Art Society. We also have our returning groups, Lakeside Palette Club of St. Clair Shores, the Mount Clemens Art Association, the Romeo Guild of Art, and the Warren Tri-County Fine Art Association. We welcome you all back, and we're very thankful for your continued support. This is one of my favorite shows, of course, because I get to see what all of our members are up to these days, about all the fabulous things that they're working on, whether it's with new media, new subject matter, or just creating something new. It's always fun to celebrate you guys. So we're happy to have you all. And welcome to Shelby Township. We're glad to have you. When I was looking at the map of Macomb County, we are now reaching all corners of the county now with 5 different groups across the county, which is really exciting to see. So welcome, Shelby, and thank you all for being with us. And so here's an introduction to Jeannie, which I will read quickly now. Genie Geary, she earned her MFA in painting from Wayne State. She later taught at the University of Michigan Dearborn, Wayne State University, and Henry Ford Community College, along with showing her work across Michigan and the Midwest. She also became a Kresge Fellow in 2017, which is a very big award, and received a Michigan Council for the Arts grant in 2020. She continues to maintain a studio in Detroit, as she has done so for over 30 years. And there is her website. If you care to check out her artwork, is listed on her website there, and also contact information if you care to get in touch. So Jeannie said, and this is from our press release, when I think flora and fauna, I think of the world around me, how living things need to continue to adapt to survive, and how living things interact and depend on one another. It's about growth and deterioration, and we are all a part of that world. So we must preserve that fragile beauty. Well said, Jeannie. And so next, this is a list of the awards we're giving out today. For flora and fauna, we have first, second, third, and 3 honorable mention awards to give out today. And as you can see, they each have their own different cash prizes. Each honorable mention award gets $25 each. Third prize is $75. Second is $100, and first is $150 cash prize. I'll also be showing you. Here are the ribbons that we have. We always prepare a ribbon in addition to the check that we send out, and the ribbons will be going next to the winning artworks here in the gallery space. So if you come visit the show, which we hope you do, you'll see the ribbons will be next to the winning artworks, so you know which is which. In addition to the program, which will have the winning artists and artworks listed inside, which I'm not going to show you yet, but it's right inside here in the program. So when you come, you can always grab a copy of this so you have all the information there. Is it a good teaser? It's a good teaser. All right. And without further ado, our first award being announced today is an honorable mention award. Congratulations to B. Alabone. B, are you here with us today?
Yes, I am.
How
Can you hear
are
me?
you today? Did I say your name correctly? Yes, we
Yes,
can.
you did. Yes, you did. Thank you.
Oh, good. Good. Would you like to say a few words about your piece?
Well, first of all, thank you guys for giving us this opportunity to show our work. And I just wanted to do something that was kind of quirky and that would make everybody smile with everything that's going on right now. And especially when you look at what Jeannie said about her little statement there about the world around us. So I hope everybody just brought a smile to their face, and that was my goal. And it sure does bring a smile to my face to get this award. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're most welcome. We're so excited to give you this award. And B is of the Shelby Township Fine Art Society. This is the ribbon I'll be placing with your artwork. And this piece is acrylic paint on canvas, and it's called Dairy Queens, which is such an awesome title. I absolutely love the title. And this piece, 20 by 16 inches. It was made in 2021 and is not for sale, unfortunately, but it is such a cute piece. And I really hope when you come see it, you'll see, and you'll have a giggle when you see it, because I just love these cows. They're such a cool little gathering here. So thank you very much, Bean. Congratulations.
Thank you, Stephanie, and everything you guys do.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Stephanie, do you want to comment about this piece?
Yes,
This piece was
yes, Jeannie, if you'd like to comment, please.
this piece was immediately something I loved. I grew up on a farm and I've seen things like this, and cows are just characters. So I love the composition. I like everything about it. I love the closeness of the cows and then the distance in the background. So it's a great piece. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Perfect. Well, I'm going to go on and to announce our second of our 3 honorable mention awards. That one I have here with me now, and I'm going to turn the slide over. It goes to Abundance by Miss Sarah Katsavrias. Sarah, are you here today?
I am here.
If you are, hi, welcome.
Thank you.
Would you like
Oh my
to say a
gosh.
few words about your piece?
Sure. First off, I'm very honored to be in this show, and I'm so excited to win an honorable mention. That is great. Thank you so much, to Anton and Jeannie. And, my favorite subjects are flowers and butterflies and birds. And so I felt very at home with this painting and very comfortable with it. And I'm really glad that I can share it with all of you. So thank you again to everyone involved. I'm really excited and very appreciative. Thank you.
Sarah,
Oh, you're
I
so
love
welcome.
Sarah, I love this piece, and I think it's a real interaction of how flora and fauna interacts, and there's a lot of disguises that they have. So it's hard to pick one from another. It is really terrific in the way it's handled. Well done. I mean, if you see the paint quality, and acrylic for me has always been a difficult medium, and you just do a wonderful job. Colors are just great. So it's a beautiful piece. And I also think that it's interesting because usually in anything that's of landscape, it's horizontal, and this is more of a figurative landscape. So it's vertical, but I just love it. I like the balance, every part of it. It's great.
Thank you so much, Jeannie.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. It's great. My pleasure.
Thanks for choosing it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Jeannie. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I'm just realizing that. I brought that up, Jeannie. That's such a great point that a lot of landscapes or pieces that you think of with flora and fauna, sometimes you think of maybe but the vertical composition really gives this an energy to it, doesn't it? With not just the color choice, but just having it in a vertical composition really kind of gives a brand new energy. Oh, very cool. Very good to think about. So Sarah is also a member of the Shelby Township Fine Art Society. Congratulations to the group. And this piece is acrylic paint on canvas, 22 by 12 inches, and that's tall. Made in 2021, and this piece is for sale, $5.95. It could be yours. So I wanted to put the price on there in case there's any interested buyers. Always first come, first serve. So if you really like it, give us a call, and we can always help you out that way. So thanks to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Stephanie.
You're very welcome. Okay, we're going to go to third and final honorable mention. And that piece goes to The Birch in the UP by Alfred Sonnenberg. Congrats, Alfred. If you're here today, please unmute yourself and you can join the conversation if you like to say a few words. But if not a problem. If you're not interested in speaking, when I put you on the spot, it's no big deal. I know it's a lot to expect to be put on the spot. But I'll go on and say that this piece is a pen, ink, graphite on paper. It is a framed piece. The frame is not pictured for clarity, but there is a frame that goes around this piece. It's a black frame, and it's 16 by 20 inches framed. And this piece was completed in 2020 and is priced at $200. And Jeannie, do you have a thought that you want to chime into?
I think that pen and ink is it's a very tough medium, because if you make a mistake, you just, it's hard to cover. And this is beautiful. I think it really has lines that define the character and the volume of those trees. And I love the kind of scattered grasses at the bottom, and at the same time they work. And again, the composition is wonderful. And the draftsmanship is just terrific. It's beautiful. So this is also one of those pieces that I just thought was wonderful and would look good in anyone's house. So you'd love it for a long time. So congratulations, Alfred. And
Yes.
this was an easy one to choose for me too. So great.
Oh, good. Thanks, Jeannie.
Thank you.
It reminds me so much when you said that. It reminds me so much of The Giving Tree, the book with the poem called The Giving Tree. And it really reminds me because that book is illustrated as well. And this tree really kind of reminded me of that. Michelle Silverstein. Thank you, Phil. Yes, that is the author. I'm glad he remembered because I was drawing a blank. Okay. So I didn't hear Alfred chime in, but if we missed you, Alfred, please let us know and I can add you into the conversation a little bit later. But in the meantime, we will go on to our third prize winner. And that prize winner is Sylvia Myers. And the piece is called Three Feathered Friends. She's won the third place award and she is from Shelby Township Fine Art Society. This piece is a watercolor and it's framed. It is framed. The frame itself is not pictured, but the piece is framed and measures 15.5 by 12.5 inches from 2021 and is priced at $60. Super affordable if you're looking for something that's super cheerful and colorful. Jeannie, do you have any notes you'd like to share with us?
This again is a piece that I think is just adorable because it's a family and you can see, and I think it's really difficult to convey emotions and interactions with animals and make them human. And we have to realize that we're all part of that. The idea that we're all animals. And I think, so this is really a family and I just couldn't stop looking at how loving the whole scene was and how they interacted. It's watercolor, I think, is more of a difficult medium, but they've handled it well and they've made sure that they have some of it's not just all over casual, it's very purposeful. But I think the interaction of the animals is wonderful because it really makes me know that I'm an animal just like they are and their families and they care about one another. It's just great. There's a certain sense of sweetness and humor in the way it's handled.
Yes, really well said. Yeah, I agree with you. That's a really nice take. And I remember seeing Sylvia Myers was here earlier and she was with her family, I believe. So I'm not sure if she's in our Zoom today, but congratulations to Sylvia on your third place award. I hear, celebration in the distance, I hope. All right. And Sylvia, if you are here, let us know if we've skipped you. But otherwise, I'm going to move on to our second prize winner. Our second prize winner today is Marilyn Davidson of Shelby Township Fine Art Society. This is The Hustler. This is a pastel piece. This piece is also framed. As you can see in the photo, it's got a very shiny glass covering on there. So our photo has a little bit of a reflection going on, but there is a black frame around it that is not pictured. But congratulations to Marilyn. Marilyn, if you're here, let us know if you'd like to comment on your piece. But I can go on to say this piece is, like I said, framed 18 by 24 inches, made in 2020 and priced at $500. And Jeannie, if you have a comment you'd like to share with us, please do.
I love dogs and cats, but I love cats and I think they're characters. And this kitty reminds me of my kitty. And cats, I can't say they're sneaky, but they have their own sense of humor and they get in many places that maybe they shouldn't be. But this is carried off. There's a sense of realism and interacts with the background. I think the pool balls at the front, they're very well done. So it's just a very nice piece. And it does, again, it conveys a real personality by an animal. It's very human in the way they interact. And it's also very feline-like because I know cats and I know how they are. And he's a character, I am sure. So anyway, this is very good. And congratulations, Marilyn. I really think this is great. And you've made an interaction. You've made a kind of story, a narrative about what the kitty is up to. And I like that. And his personality comes through. So it's very good. I think it's good. It's very nicely handled. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jeannie.
Okay, thanks.
Comments. And if Marilyn, if we've skipped you, just let us know. We can always circle back later on if that's the case. But I'm going to move on to the first prize winner. Da, 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 da. And then what I wanted to say before I do, because I always forget. Oh no, I mentioned it. All the ribbons are going to be with the art pieces for the duration of the show. I'm going to put them up right after this live. And then we have the awards that cash awards will be sent directly to the artists. And so these awards will be placed next to the artworks. And I don't think I forgot it this time. I think I actually did say it in the beginning. So good. I always remember before the first prize award winner. But with that, no further ado, our first prize winner is The Bee's Knees by Peggy Ann Whiteley of the Romeo Guild of Art. Congratulations to Peggy Ann. And Peggy, if you're here, feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like to say a few words about your piece. What I can say about it while we wait is that it's an oil paint on canvas and it measures 24 by 24 inches square. Peggy, are you here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes,
I'm very excited. Very excited.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Jeanne Bieri. Well, I have a rose of Sharon bush that grows in front of my little cottage in Lexington, and I love painting flowers. And this was actually during the COVID, first portion of COVID, that I spent time painting this actually. And when it's really sunny, the bumblebees are all over this bush. And on many, this happens to be in a sunny spot, and I was able to capture that bee also at the same time. So it really engaged me, and I love the opportunity that the camera gave me too, because it was in focus and out of focus. So I was able to do soft and hard edges. And I do hope someday to capture the hummingbird that I see early in the morning, but I can't seem to catch him either. But anyway, thank you. I'm just really excited.
Oh, thanks, Peggy. Yeah, you know, I'm glad that you said that about your camera, because that's the first thing I saw too when I looked at it, was this really great play between a very in sharp focus and a distance, this really great type of muted background. Jeannie, do you have anything you'd like to say?
This piece is just wonderful, and it's very abstract. It's 24 inches by 24 inches, and that is a square canvas is usually very abstract. And I just think it's great. I think it has a lot of, you get a lot of depth to the way you've handled the edges. The colors are gorgeous, and I love Rose of Sharon, but this is beautiful. And then it took me a while to even recognize the bee, that there was a bee there, because I think everything is so well balanced, and I think there's an interaction of everything in this piece. And you have the dark bottom and the light top, and it just, things kind of go back and forth. And so there's a lot of, like, a feeling of abstraction, of flatness, and at the same time depth. And I think it's just the way the paint is put on. Everything is beautiful. And again, if I had this piece in my house, I could live with it forever. I would love it and appreciate parts of it every time I saw it. It's just beautiful. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Peggy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's lovely.
Oh yeah, I wholly agree. I love these purples. They're such a great color, and the greens have such a great tone, and you have this beautiful light source that comes and illuminates the background. Really, really beautiful. As a photograph, I'm sure, but as a painting, really stunning. So congratulations to you, Peggy.
Thanks again. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. I wanted to congratulate you as well, because we have not just Peggy, but a few more artists in the show have artwork that are going to be both in Flora and Fauna and the Michigan Annual. So we have several artists that are dual represented, both on the first and second floor here, coming next week with the opening of the Michigan Annual. So if you're planning a visit, be sure to plan one that you can kind of catch both shows if you're able to. But that'll open in a week from today. We'll open Michigan Annual. But I wanted to mention and congratulate the artists in this show who have works in both shows. So congratulations to you guys, but also to everybody who has artwork in the show. And I want to send out a special thank you to everyone who participated and submitted artwork for this show. I know Jeanne had a really difficult time choosing artworks, as jurors usually do. This one was especially competitive. We had, I think it was 76 entries and only 45 spots. So I know that it's a really, really tough job to select the pieces for the show, and an even harder job to select those that are the award winners. So I want to thank Jeannie from the bottom of our heart for doing such a great job. It's always a pleasure to have you with us, and hearing your expertise in your area is always really fabulous. So thank you for being here today and sharing your thoughts and your comments on your experience. I know that as an artist myself, that's really helpful to hear when other folks have their own perspective on a piece. So I want to thank you for doing that. It's very brave. I know some folks might shy away from it, but I appreciate your bravery for being with us today. And then I also want to thank everybody else for joining us on this Zoom call today to celebrate these wonderful artists and their groups, their respective groups. It really is a huge team effort here to bring this show together. And so I just want to thank you individually and as a whole, how fabulous this is as a community project in general. And what a great way to celebrate Macomb County and the arts that are in Macomb County. So I just want to thank you all for being a part of your group, for entering the show. Whether you got a piece in this show or not, I just want to say that I appreciate you. The Art Center appreciates you for being a part and for participating in these types of events. We do have another opportunity. There are two this year, which Henry Ford Health System has sponsored both. Am I right? Has sponsored both of these shows. This one that's going up, that opens today, Flora and Fauna. And then we have our second opportunity for all 5 groups will be in the fall, and that'll be artist choice. So anything that you'd like to enter, you can enter in that one. And that again opens in September. So look for the call for entry soon in the summertime. So with that, I'm going to wrap up today's event, unless we have any other final remarks. I think we're okay.
Sure.
Oh, and I'll share our hours one more time. Is we have free admission year-round, and our hours are currently Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There is no appointment necessary, though we do require masks right now while we're in the building to keep everybody safe and healthy. So if you have a mask, bring one. If not, we do have some on hand. But feel free to visit us anytime, Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5. And our website is right here. So if you are not able to make it out to see the show in person, we will have a digital option for you. That will be a photographed version of the show. We're going to have a professional photo shoot with the show up on the wall, and that will be live, I think, sometime next week or the week after. And so if you're unable to see the show in person, you can see it. We're going to post the album on our Facebook page, so you can see it that way. And then our website's written there where you can find the information. I'm going to post the program as well as all the award winners up there later today. And that should be it. So thank you all for joining us today. And I hope that you come and see the show. And if you're not able to make it, you can always see it online. But I do hope that you make the trip. It's a really fabulous one. And then catch us next week to announce Michigan Annual Award winners. Thank you so much for being here, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.